Welcome to this ultimate Flexbox CSS tutorial. Whether you are a beginner or an experienced developer, mastering Flexbox will transform the way you build web layouts. In just 10 minutes, I'm going to show you how to center content, create responsive design, tackle some of the most common Flexbox challenges that we'll face in real-world projects. Stick around till the end for pro tips and Flexbox secret that will make your web design effortless. Don't forget to subscribe and give a like. One like, one pairs for YouTube algorithm. As you can see here, I have added some HTML and CSS. I'll give the link on GitHub. You can find the starting point. Alright, in CSS, you have to remember two things always. One is main axis, another is cross axis. Main axis work is left to right, horizontal way, and cross axis work top to bottom, vertical way. For example, if I add here display flex, then it will be main axis, as you can see. If I change it, I can change by using flex direction. For example, I need vertical way. So initially everything is row. As you can see, everything is working row. But I can change it main axis to cross axis by using column. For example, I have add column, as you can see. After that, we can use justify content. Let's use it. So justify content flex start. Initially, as you can see, justify content is flex start. But you can change it. For example, you can use center, just like this, and see, it is center. You can use space between, space around, or space between, just like this, around, and see, it is working, space between, space around. Remember, justify content is work only main axis, but you can center it, like let's center it. For example, justify content center, its center is like horizontal way, but you can center vertical way. So now it's center horizontal way, main axis. So let's center is vertical way using align items center. Align item center is always work cross axis, just like this. But if you use column, then it will be goes to cross axis, and align item will be work like main axis. For example, if I go column, then as you can see, it is changed. So justify content now working is cross axis, and align item work is like main axis. The key concept always you have to remember column and row, and justify content how it's work, and cross axis and main axis. To better view, we can add here flex end, just like this. Then you can see it will be end like this. If I save it, just like this, now align items work like main axis. But if I don't add flex direction, row or column, then it will be work as row. For example, now if I change it, now align items work like flex in, that means cross axis. So you have to always remember how cross axis and main axis change by using column and row. That's the key concept in Flexbox. CSS Flexbox, all items try to fit in one line. As you can see, 1, 2, 3. If I add a lot of items, for example, comment out everything, and as you can see, everything trying to fit one line. But you can change it by using flex wrap. Initially, it is no wrap. As you can see, it is same as we see. But if we just add wrap, and as you can see, it is multiple lines. So whenever you add flex wrap, there will be another property, align, not items, it will be align content. Align content. Align content is like align items. It is working like cross axis. For example, if I add center, then it will be center. If I add flex end, it will be flex end in cross axis, just like this, as you can see. If I remove 1 or 2, then you can see clearly. It's cool. Flex wrap, align content. You can add gap between these boxes. Let's say add gap. Gap is like row gap and column gap. So you can add row gap, column gap. You can add just gap. For example, 1 rem, just like this, and see. In Flexbox there is children property. For example, I would like to give style to children, item 3. Let's just remove some boxes from here. Let's remove everything and see, now 3. And here I'm just trying to comment out and see. For example, I'm going to add flex grow, let's say 1. If I add 1 and save, as you can see, it is growing the extra pace. It will take all extra width. If there is a 100, then it will take 100. I can add the specific. If I add in 2, then it will goes to 2. If I add here 1, then it will be 1. Another property which is flex shrink. Flex shrink is like whenever you shrinking something. For example, I am at 6, and if I just can see, it is shrinking. 1 is shrinking, but 2 and 3 is not. Another property which is flex basis. So it is like if you have extra, let's say it is 150 is width and height. So if you want to increase the width, let's say I'm going to give 400 pixel, then it is working just like this. So you can add extra width. If you need override, then you can use flex basis. But in this case, you can add shorthand like flex. It's combining everything. So flex just like this. If I add here 1, and then it will be automatically. Flex basics and flex shrink will be add automatically. That's the short form. Another which is align self. For example, if you want to add align self, here is, let's say now is flex start, justify item, or just let's add the justify. You can add here justify flex start. If you want to overwrite, then you can add align self. Let's say add center, it will be center the 1. Center the children. If you want to center 3, then you can add here 3, then it will be center 3. It is working cross axis. Align self always working cross axis. You can add flex int, and you can see it is working. If you add here align item 2, then it will be 2. And another is very interesting, which is order. You can order your element. Want to add order, for example, item 1, item 2, and item 3. Let's say item 1 will be here in item 3 position, and item 3 will be item 1 position. To do that, you have to use item 3, and you can use order just like this. And let's say you have to use -1. It is starting from -0, -1, and 1, and just like this. And item 3 is number 1 position, and item 1. For example, if you want to add, then let's add 1 just like this, and you can say order, and you can add here, let's say 1, and as you can see, it is number 3, 3 to 1, 1 2 3. In my personally, I don't recommend use to order property because it's impact in your accessibility